Hello friends, Keisha here. I'm in the garden. I came out to water the garden. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I have the camera set up. Unfortunately, I don't know how well you'll be able to see me, but hopefully you can hear me. But I have my water hose set up and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and water the garden. It is early evening. It is right at about, well, it's still maybe late afternoon. But we're going to water it because it's not too hot. And then I still have a few things to harvest. I want to get that done before it gets too late. So we're going to turn on our water here. Okay. We're going to turn on our water here, get our water hose, and try to water the garden. And I have my mic on. So hopefully you guys can hear me, and here's the water. And we're gonna just go ahead and water everything in really good. And it was supposed to only be up to about 93 today. I say only, it was supposed to be up to about 93 today. Uh-oh. Just knock that plant down. So, but I wanted to go ahead and get out here. Everything looks a little peaky, so I wanted to, in addition to watering, to go ahead and do some fertilizing as well. So I'm going to water everything in really good, and then I'll go back through and fertilize. Hopefully I'm getting on the camera. The mosquitoes are out. I did spray myself down before I came out. Don't know how well that's going to go. And I should have you guys over here with me to see the greenhouse, but I don't. But I am watering my little cucumbers. I have some little cucumbers on this little plant over here. But this plant looks a mess. I don't even know what I was thinking with my cucumbers. I may drop some more. I don't know. But this has not been a good year for my cucumber plants. I guess the prolific tomatoes has kind of taken up my energy for my cucumbers. But we're going to keep at it. So we're going to go ahead and water everything in really good. And then we'll go back through and we will harvest what we can from the garden. There are several things here. I know I got green beans. I have tomatoes, of course. And there's some okra. Definitely. So we got green beans and we have okra here in the garden that need to be harvested. And so we are harvesting about every other day and getting, if nothing else, we're getting quite a few tomatoes, lots and lots of tomatoes, a few green beans and okra here lately. And we're watering everything in. We're hoping in the next week or so we'll start getting more cucumbers in. It is hot for sure. I need to harvest my basil. My oregano here. It doesn't look like it's doing too good. Okay, so now we're coming forward here. We have our squash. Hasn't been raining as much the last few days. So I have been coming out to water everything. And I normally try to water by hand with my little watering pots, but this has been going quicker with it being so hot and humid. So it's definitely been better for me to do it this way. And we got so many thirsty plants that like a heavy watering, and especially being in the containers. And so this, I picked up these things here. I can't remember where I picked these up at. I think I got these at the Walmart. They were on sale in the late winter, right before spring. So I got this attachment to my water hose. It can go at different settings, but I like this shower setting that I'm using right now. And so these are my sweet potatoes down here. Not sure how much you can see. Let's put it down just a little bit as we come over here to water in. Let's see, yeah, so you can see that a little bit better. And I had put some thyme and parsley over here in this little stacking thing, but it didn't do too well. I'm thinking the position where I have it at. I see some more red peppers here, but I definitely have quite a few green beans that I'll be taking off of these plants here. And my little flowers are doing okay. But everything is thirsty. Everything is thirsty today. I have a few things over here on the table. Because again, we have not gotten as much rain the last few days. Okay, and then over here, I have my collards. I have these collards in this little styrofoam container in this little pot here. And before I turn it off, I always come over here to my rainwater reservoir and just put that in there as I go to turn it off so that we're not wasting too much water. And so alrighty, so we have watered everything. So we are going to be done with that. And it is hot. And I'm getting sweaty. You guys can see the sweat there. You see the sweat? We have sweat. So now we're going to briefly harvest a few things. Okay, friends. As we are progressing along through the gardening, it is getting hot. So we had to put the hair up. Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and do our little harvest of the things that we have out here. And we have our gardening shears. And hopefully our harvest does not require more than this little basket, because that's all the one I could find right offhand. So we do finally, we do finally have cucumbers coming in, friends. Let's come over here and look with me. They still look puny and sickly, but look. You guys see that? This is one of our straight 8 cucumbers, and it's finally coming along. That's the only one that I see there. No, there's some more down here. On here, this one has a couple on it. We hope if we can keep it watered. So these plants over here have several cucumbers on them. So we do hope that we can keep them watered and get some cucumbers. But then over here, we also have a couple more of our lemon cucumbers. So you can see here we have another lemon cucumber. I'm gonna let it continue to yellow up. There's another one, and then there's one down here. I see some more starting to form. So if we just put the fertilizer on there, and if we can keep them good in water. So with our cucumbers, we may start coming out daily and doing the watering, but we are not ready to harvest cucumbers yet, but hopefully soon and very soon. Okay, but in the meantime, we are getting daily okra. So we're going to go ahead and take this okra, and I'm going to take you back on the other side, because there is a red cucumber, a red okra. I might leave that okra back there for another day. So let me at least show it to you guys. I don't have any more okra over here on these plants, but I do have some on the other side of the garden. Can you guys see my red burgundy here? Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it. There's my red burgundy. Trying to see if there are more in there, but they are not all doing as great. Those tomatoes back there are just not giving them the space that they need. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys over here and get these few green beans that I have down here. I'm going to bring my chair right here because I'm feeling like I want to sit for a second. Okay. Let's see if I can bring you down just a little bit. Okay. Brought you down just a little bit. And there are just a few beans on these plants here. I might have gotten them all the other day. Those don't look too big, right, friends? Maybe I should leave them a couple of more days on these plants. Maybe. My thing is that I'm always fearful that I'm going to forget to come back out and get them. So we'll go ahead and take the ones that we can. Not many. But we'll go ahead and take the ones that look about ready. And the others we'll leave for another day. Okay. And they blend in. So that's why I'm always fearful that when I see them, I might not see them the next time, and then they'll get too big and not taste as good. But we're going to go ahead and take this few and put those in the pot or in the basket before the pot. Okay. And my eggplant is leaning over because the squash is pushing it over. I need to going to take you guys over here to these other beans. And there are quite a few beans on these plants here. I'm not sure how much you can actually see, but we do have some beans here. So we'll get from the bottom here first. Let's see, are there any down here? There are none down there. We'll just go up the plant slowly, and take the beans that we can see. Get you guys up just a little bit more. And we'll take the beans that are ready. Go ahead and harvest those off. Leave that one. Um, and I always see people using their hands to just take their beans, but every time I do that, I snatch them right off, and I don't want to lose my plants, especially if they're still producing. So that's why I like to use my little snippers to take them off when I can. Friends, I am a sweaty mess, so excuse the sweaty girl. We are getting quite a few beans. So we kept the ones from a couple of days ago. So we'll add this to those, and that should be good for a nice batch of beans. This really needs to be staked up, guys. Take that off there. A nice little bunch that we got here. Uh-oh, I just dropped one. It didn't go far. Got two more. But we have been doing really well with our green beans this summer. We planted way more than we have planted in the past. So I am happy about what we have been getting, and just letting this one grow along the corn stalks has been good. The corn is done, but the stalks are still serving a purpose. The stalks are still serving a purpose to hold up these beans. And we are getting some nice sized green beans. Now, there are some back here that I'm not quite able to reach, but thankfully my back is not hurting, so I am able to pull a little bit. You got that one? Uh-oh. Some ants and stuff. But we're getting the green beans. Alrighty, so here again is our harvest for the day. We had several things that we picked today as we went through the garden. We have green beans, we have peppers, we have okra, we have tomatoes, we have a couple of lemon cucumbers, a bell pepper, we have sage, we have oregano, we have kale, and some rosemary, and a little bit sprig of basil. So this is today's harvest from the garden, friends, and we have just rinsed everything off, so we will dry and put everything away after we shower. Blessings, friends. Bye.